Okay, now we've had a look at some of the things that happen at home. Let's just take a look down here. Now, I had these at home. These are sage, just trimmings that I've already taken some, which are here, some cuttings, and they seem to be going okay. But I did put some others in a glass of water like I do with the basil, and there doesn't seem to be any roots appearing on them, so I'm going to just stick these in a pot and see if they can do as well as those others. I thought that all my sunflower seeds, not sunflower seeds, I'm at it again, I thought that all my sweet pea seeds that I saved from last year had gone up in the fire in the greenhouse, but I found this pot that said sunflowers 2025, and they are definitely sweet pea seedlings, so age strikes again. I mislabeled them, so I'm just going to stick those in the ground where I planted my other sweet peas that are going up this structure here. I'll just stick those seeds around those others. Okay, while we're at the greenhouse, at the polytunnel, let's have a quick look what's happening down here. Some bits and bobs I've got in here from some of the rescues from the greenhouse fire. I think the first dahlia is just showing there. Now that's a weed that's going to come out, and nothing much happening on the dahlia front. These peas are the telephone peas that I'm going, that the 2025 seeds that I saved disappeared, and I found some 2024 seeds, and I did a test sowing, and these are those peas, and I'm going to stick those in. I'll show you where they'll go in later, mainly just to produce seed, so I've got some viable seeds for upcoming years. These are calendula that I potted on in various stages. Some lemon balm that somebody had donated because I lost mine. First of the gladiolas are coming through. Peonies are up. I don't know how they'll do. I've never actually grown peonies. This is the perennial kale that I took cuttings from. I'll show you the cuttings now. And there in this corner, perennial kale. I think they're Taunton Dean, but they could be Dorberton, so I'm not sure. So we'll wait and see until they grow to find out. Okay, what else have we got? These are the dead Taunton Deans that I'd just taken out some pots, and nothing else happening in the dahlias that I purchased, so they've got to come up. My first lot of carrots in this are coming on. I don't expect much from this first sowing, but we'll see. Right, the potatoes which I planted not that long ago are actually coming through now, as you can see. So that's a work in progress. Whiz you around. What's going on over here? We've got some onions. We've got some globo. That's an onion mix. It's all the old seeds that I had. I threw in this pot, and just whatever came up, so they'll be going in. These are leeks Porbella, the early leeks that I grow for the summer, because I didn't think I was going to have that many onions. I did some Elsa Craigs, and I'm doing them the traditional way by pricking them out, potting them on, and this is this method. Now this is what they were in, and these are the ones. Ooh, Norman strikes again. These are the ones that I've pricked out in this week. Right, under these is the purple podded peas, Blouse Chocker. Not one has shown up yet, which is a bit disconcerting, but we'll wait and see. Right, got some spare French marigolds there. Lettuce, these are going to get planted shortly. Give them a bit longer, maybe another week or two. What we're going under here? Yeah, these are the dead Taunton Deans that certainly haven't started to regrow. I've got to get rid of that. But I'm keeping this. This is done really well. We've had quite a few pickings off this this winter. Yeah, what we got going in here then, as you've seen a couple of them already. I've got some icicle, you know, the white radish. They'll get planted in one of the beds. What's that? Someone left some zebroon seeds. I can see a couple emerging, but nothing fantastic yet. These are Aldi lettuce, you know, those cheap, it just says lettuce on it, so I'm going to plant them very shortly. My basil cuttings that I did, I seem to be doing okay. I've got some seedlings here which were red lettuce and some spring onions. I can see a spring onion and I can see a couple of red lettuce. I think I'll leave that lid off for the time being. It looks a little too damp. I don't want them damping off. More sweet peas. Again, because I hadn't found those seeds, I did another sowing of sweet peas and they've come on. They're starting to come on now. These, of course, are the brassicas that I did I sown the other day, and that's shown on my Instagram page. These are the companion plants, the French marigolds, companion plants for my tomatoes, together with the basil, and of course I'll do some calendulas, which I've already shown you down here. So they're the companion plants. As I said, these are the I'm going to pot these up like the others. Sage. Okay, we've done in here. Let's go outside. These beds here are going to be for root crops or stem. I've already put some kohlrabis in. I'll show you those here. I don't know if you can see these properly. Yeah. Now, her indoors said we had much too many French beans last year and not enough peas. So I've got my early onward peas, which will just grow a bit higher than this metal lattice thing I've got going there. My telephone peas that I've grown are growing here. I'm going to put those plants in that I've shown you, the telephone ones that I've grown from older seeds. They're going to grow up this wigwam. And the blouse chocker, if they ever come, are going on the proper A-frame here. That's the plan for peas anyway, so if they all come good, we should have more than enough peas. Now I've got this thing here for, these are broad beans that I put in. These are for my dear ma-in-law that loves these things. We don't particularly like them, so, but I'm growing them for her really. The leftover leeks that I've not touched since seems forever now, and they are starting to bolt. I can see there's one over there that's bolting. So, and this is where the French beans are going to go here. Of course, I'm going using the purple potted variety again because they're easier to see. So much less on the French beans going in here. This arch structure, as I mentioned previously, will be for the climbing courgettes. Just going to have the two plants. They're going to not even sown yet, so they're going to go here. I'm still in two minds what to do with this area which was the greenhouse, and I was thinking sweet corn, and then I changed it. I think I might put flowers in and put the sweet corn at the back there, but I think they get much better light here, and sweet corn need as much sun as you can give them. So I'm still not 100% decided yet, but I think it's maybe even going to be sweet corn again. I'm not sure. Right, what we're going here now. Yeah, these are the golden gourmet shallots that I put in. They're doing okay. Planted some bolt hardy, they went in recently. They're doing okay. And snowball cauliflowers. Now these are planted very close together, as you can see. They're a small cauliflower anyway, but they will produce small heads, which is what I want. And we'll see how they go. I'm hoping that they're not going to suffer from clubroot, because you know they're not in the soil that was contaminated. This bed is the next one prepared for whatever I want to put into it. It's going to be whatever's ready. And of course I've got this one to do to get into that stage. In here we've got all this lettuce, which has been producing now for a long time, but lots of bits out of it, spring onions, radish, what have you. And these two will be for brassicas as well, for the same reason as I've done over there, because it's new compost in there and it shouldn't suffer from the clubroot problem. Well, that's the hope anyway, so let's wait and see. Now the garlic, I did it the way that Duncan did his last year, which is in these sorts of are they bread trays, these things, and they seem to have done really well. I'm really happy with those. If the bulbs mature the same as they've grown there, I think I'm going to have a really good crop. This is the elephant garlic, and some of these stems are, you know, quite substantial. I don't know if you can see that. There's some nice garlic there, and these are from the culms. You know, the little garlic culms that you get on the bottom of the bulbs. I just stuck them in there and they've grown them quite well as well. This bed is just going to be for the onions eventually, and this is the undecided one, which I was going to use for sweet corn. They've got all of these bins and these greenhouses in the way, and I'm wondering if they're not going to get the morning sun. That way is east, that way is north, and that way is west, and that way is south. So looking at over there, it's hard to say. I'm still undecided. Anyway, let's have a look over here, see what else we've got going. You've seen the sweet peas. Nothing happening down here. Yeah, that's just a decorative plant. I'm thinking of growing some spring onions in here, because these are the carrots, and it's a good idea to plant spring onions near the carrots to deter the fly. So that's my thinking there. See, I've got 1, 2, 3 big pots for the carrots. Mallow in there. That's another dead perennial kale. And over here we have the rhubarb that are potted, are moved and potted into these big 30-litre tubs. Don't seem to be doing brilliantly over there, but it's what I have available. This area that I cleaned up is going to be my summer workstation, really. I've got all sorts of junk in here, but this is angled to the front here, but I can easily put a piece of wood across the front and then put a tray over it, and that can be my workstation, because I'm going to need that area in the polytunnel. As you can see, this is the horseradish that is showing now. I'll just leave that to do its own thing, really. And I've got some spare wood chip for topping up my paths in here. This is my cleaning station, well, one of the cleaning stations that I use. All very rudimentary, but it works. And What else can I show you? Yeah, I have two from the shed. This used to be going into these barrels, the old system. But when I moved this metal shed here, I've utilised this lash up here, but it works fantastic. And so does this. This is very basic, just drips down and it goes into there, and the barrel is always full. Fire damage. Right, got my, let's have a look under it. You can't see much, it's just the horse manure. Now what I will be doing, you can see there's a hole here, that's where I'm going to be planting my squash this year, same on all three. So it's going to have three winter squash in there. It will be the butternut squash. You can see I'm still collecting the liquid manure, and that's our resident cat. I bring him food now and again. He's often and around. Okay, so I think that's the end of March tour complete.